Hello, you're watching News Mongolia on MNB World. I'm your host, Ayun Deltiro Basanjo. Our top stories. 486 more COVID-19 cases confirmed on Friday. World Bank hands over personal protective equipment worth $1 million to the Ministry of Health. Waste can be sorted and used as fertilizer. For other news, stay tuned. The National Center for Communicable Diseases updated on the COVID-19 status in Mongolia.
486 new COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in the past 24 hours after 11,876 people were tested nationwide, and the country's total number of cases has reached 9,327. 146 people have recovered, and the total number of recoveries is now makes up 5,216 or 56% of total cases. 484 cases were confirmed domestically. 391 cases out of the new cases were confirmed in Ulaanbaatar, making the total cases of Ulaanbaatar 7,657. And 93 cases were recorded in 8 provinces, including Sileng, Darkhanul, Orхон, Төв, Hөвсгөл, Булган, and Hovd provinces, making the number of confirmed cases in provinces 1,131. Currently, 1,990 people are undergoing COVID-19 treatment. 8 people are in critical condition.
Thank you for staying with us. Now let's look at Mongolia's current affairs.
On April 1st, the World Bank country manager Andrei Mikhnev handed over personal protective equipment worth about $1 million to the Ministry of Health. The PPE purchased under the World Bank's Pandemic Emergency Response Facility grant will be used by the public officers at high-risk screening points and healthcare providers in selected areas. The PPE set includes single-use gloves, single-use masks, protective clothing, N95 mask, glasses, and face shields. The World Bank has been helping Mongolia meet emergency needs in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic and better prepare for future health crises through Mongolia COVID-19 Emergency Response and Health System Preparedness Project, approved in April 2020. Under the project, diagnostic and respiratory equipment and intensive care equipment for reanimation units have been provided for provincial and district hospitals in 21 provinces and 9 districts. In addition, the World Bank Board of Directors approved in February an additional financing of $50.7 million to help provide affordable and equitable access to COVID-19 vaccines and to further strengthen preparedness and response activities. SDG-aligned budgeting to transform employment in Mongolia project's first steering committee meeting was held virtually. This project is implemented by UNDP Mongolia in partnership with UN Food and Agriculture Organization and the International Labour Organization with a duration of 3.5 years. The project aims to support employment and promotion of decent work and improved public finance management systems through results-oriented budget initiatives as direct contribution to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals. The project activities will be closely aligned to support the strategic plans of the Ministry of Labour and Social Protection, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Food, Agriculture and Light Industry. The steering committee meeting reviewed and endorsed the 2021 annual work plan.
As of today, Mongolia has repatriated 31,168 Mongolian citizens from 93 countries. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs reported earlier this month that 12 chartered flights would be operated in April. However, on Monday, Mukhtushik, head of the Consular Department of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, reported that some flight schedules have been changed due to isolation venue capacity. The schedule changes include the April 5th Tokyo-Ulaanbaatar flight has been postponed to April 6th. The April 6th Seoul-Ulaanbaatar flight has been rescheduled for April 7th. The Seoul-Ulaanbaatar flight on April 14th will be operated by Asiana Airlines, and Korean Air's Seoul to Ulaanbaatar flight scheduled on April 26th has been rescheduled to April 28th. Starting in March, Mongolian Airlines discounted its airfare by 15%. In April, Mongolia plans to repatriate 2,100 citizens who are abroad.
Cycling can prevent the waste of potentially useful materials and reduce the consumption of fresh raw materials, thereby reducing energy usage, air pollution, and water pollution. In our next report, we'll visit a citizen who have turned recycling into her daily routine.
This liquid comes out of sorted garbage. Watering plants with this liquid, for example, flowers, provides excellent nutrients. Oyunder uses her food waste to make plant fertilizers. She has been sorting household waste since 2016. She said that she learned environmentally friendly practices by using them. Batteries are not thrown away either. The batteries are stored for about a year and returned to the place of purchase. The money raised contributes to children's savings. If everyone sorts their waste, it will be very effective for the environment. The same goes for the household. This is a waste sorting center. It sorts various types of waste such as plastic bags and paper, and supplies them to factories. For example, a plastic bag costs between 300 to 600 Mongolian tugriks per kilogram. For example, the most commonly used paper can be recycled many times. Notably, it's used in a chicken coop. It can be said that recycled waste is used in a product. There is a need to introduce such standards across the country. However, the initiative of citizens alone is not enough. It is not always possible for households to keep their sorted waste at home for a long period of time. Therefore, people said that at least a large waste bin or facility should be built to sort waste.
It would be easier if garbage dumps were built closer and garbage trucks came regularly. Garbage is flowing in the river and it's just rubbish. Household garbage is now flowing in the river. The water is polluted and absorbed into the soil.
If there were garbage disposal points in districts, then it would be possible to collect sorted wastes on certain days of the week. For example, on Monday, paper and cans, and on Tuesday, plastic cans, and so on. Such an initiative is coming from the people. However, the professional organization in charge of this work provides the following explanation.
Definitely in all districts there is a shortage of garbage trucks. Separate waste haul trucks and preparation phases on the way.
In Ulaanbaatar, for example, an average 1.4 million tons of waste is transported annually. It is estimated that only 10% of this is sorted and processed again.
Now let's check on the currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Slovak citizen Rostislav Bozic, who has been the head coach of the Mongolian national football team since September 2020, resigned after the team's loss to Japan at the World Cup qualifiers.
Slovakian football specialist Rostislav Bozic was appointed as the head coach of the Mongolian national men's football team on September 16th, resigned after Mongolia's World Cup qualifying loss to the Japanese team. Bozic has coached in Slovakia, Vietnam, the United Arab Emirates, Malaysia and Mongolia. Bozic said, "For me, the past has been an unforgettable time. Thank you to the Mongolian Football Federation for supporting us in all aspects during the pandemic. This is just the beginning and Mongolian athletes will strive for greater success in the future." He was accompanied to the airport by Akambol Gambayr, who plays for Hungary's Puskás Academy. The younger core of the national team Gambayr will be back to play for the national team's next match in June. Boltwater, a board member of the Mongolian Football Federation, and the national team's general secretary Tirwater and technical director Bumu Ochral congratulated Bozic and Gambayr and thanked them for their honorable work for the Mongolian national team and for Mongolia. The national team will play a match with Kyrgyzstan on June 7th.
And here's the weather forecast for major cities around the world. Well, that's all for today. Many thanks for staying with us on News Mongolia. See you next week with more stories and updates. Please follow MNB World on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.